And
There are better
again, we're
options
going
there.
to love even more. Two more potential backup quarterbacks. Texans, Titans. I have Stroud. I don't think he plays, but I have him there for now. Who's the backup? Is it Longneck still
Yeah,
Is it not?
it's
Is it not
Davis.
Tanny?
No, for Stroud.
for
Oh,
Houston?
for Stroud. Oh yeah, yeah, I have long neck.
Davis
Davis
Mills, yeah.
Mills?
Yes,
Yeah.
So
yes, it is.
Davis Mills, I expect this to be Davis Mills against Will Levis. Will Levis never looks so good. Eighth best matchup for Will Levis. 23rd best matchup for whoever plays for the Texans. Stroud, if he plays, is a top 5 option. If it's
Yep.
anyone else, you're avoiding them. Will Levis, I don't mind firing up as a low end QB2. I think I have him at 19 actually. So I have him in the range of Browning, Baker, Levis, Minshew, Flacco. So he's in that range where they're not the good quarterbacks like Kyler, Goff, Geno, but they're not the bad ones like Trubisky, Wilson, Mullins. Like they're in that kind of purgatory for quarterbacks where they're not terrible, but they're not good.
Yeah. The interesting thing for this is Davis Mills is my lowest ranked starting quarterback this week. So take that for what it's worth. Like you go from Stroud to Davis Mills, it's like you're jumping off a cliff with no parachute. You're just hoping for something good to happen. But yeah, Will Levis looks amazing. He still like had his second best performance last week. He only gave you 16 fantasy points. So he does make some really good plays, but like overall for fantasy production, he's just not that great. So I have him at QB 20, but yeah, like he's in the Joe Flacco range, like you're talking about. You could play him, but there's serious risk with him. You just know it can
I
go
have
sideways just because
I
he's
have
super risky as a quarterback.
I have CJ Stroud ranked 10 spots ahead of Davis Mills, and I have CJ Stroud listed as out.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying. How about you, Jeremy? What do you got?
It's pretty. I don't know the exact matchup numbers, but it just speaks to the legacy of Garrett Wilson that he was the wide receiver 7 last week with Zach Wilson against Derek Stingley, and this his shutdown cornerness. I think it's probably the worst game he's given up all season. So, you know, looking at like someone like DeAndre Hopkins, I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about Levis and what he can do against this defense because there aren't any other options there for him to throw to. If they shut down Hopkins, it's going to be a tough day for him. I would prefer not to play any of them. If Stroud is out there, I'll absolutely fire him up, even though his weapons are depleted.
Moving on to 4 guys who I probably will be starting in this one because they're going to see all the work. 15th best matchup for the Titans running backs, 24th for the Texans running backs. Henry, I like best. Then I think I would go Singletary, Pierce, and Spears, but I think I'm willing to at least flex all 4. They're probably all within my top 30 or 36. I have Henry at 7. I have Henry at 7. And then 33, 34, 35 are Singletary, Spears, and then Pierce. So I'm willing to play all 3 of them, all 4 of them, I guess.
I'm with you. This just seems like it's going to be a positive game script for Tennessee. So this is one where Spears drops in rankings and Henry gets like the higher floor just because with Davis Mills, like you don't expect them to win the game, right? So that's kind of how it works. And you can play them. And Singletary, like it's just weird. I like him. He's my 20. What is he? 20 something? I'm blanking on his rankings, but yeah, he's 19. But we've seen it kind of ebb and flow with him. So his floor is not as high as we like it, but he gets the passing game work. If you get the passing game work, is always an option. And you're playing with a backup quarterback. And we see these running backs succeed with these backup quarterbacks because they check it down and dump it out. So like that's the way Singletary succeeds in this game. So if you need to flex him this week, I'm totally fine with that. It's a little bit more risky when we get to Spears and those guys. Yeah.
I'm looking at my wide receiver rankings and I'm noticing an amazing trend. My top 13 or 14 are good receivers who have their quarterbacks. Then the next, like all the wide receiver 2s are good receivers who don't have their quarterback. This is like the wide receiver 2 range has kind of been the misfit, like Toyland. It's Jamar Chase, Hopkins, fucking Garrett Wilson, Olave, Jefferson, just people like, it's amazing how, you'll drop 10 spots when they lose the quarterback there. But sorry, go ahead back to the running backs here.
I was just going to say, I think you put Pierce last, Aaron, right? And I know I heard Jesse did. Yeah, Pierce is last for me. He only got 14% of the snaps last week, and he got 38% 2 weeks ago. It was just odd that on those 38% of snaps, he got 15 carries and scored a touchdown, right? So it's just hard to rely on him at all when he's just not seeing the field. So I agree with you guys. Henry, Singletary, Spears, and Pierce.
Start 2, full PPR. Gibbs, Bijan, Jacobs, Henry, or Ford. First 2 for me.
I'm probably
You
playing
can't
Henry.
you can't not play Gibbs. He's locked in, especially against Denver. Just fire him up, and then I'm
Bijan
assuming
gets
Jacobs is
Carolina.
out.
Yeah,
I'll go
I'm not
Bijan.
playing. I'm not playing Jacobs. I'm not playing Ford. It's the 3 of Gibbs, Bijan, and Henry. I'm actually going to trust Henry over Gibbs, which seems foolish, but that's how my
PPR.
rankings have it. So, yeah,
Full.
I have Bijan, Derrick Henry, and Jameer Gibbs this week. Like, that's my
Even
rankings.
in
That's
full
what I'm doing.
PPR?
Yep, I have Henry at 6. I have Gibbs at 10.
I'm going Gibbs and
I'm with you. I'm with you, Aaron. I'm trusting the matchups in this one.
Well, and not only like, even if it wasn't the matchups, Henry always is one of the guys who gets dinged most for me in full PPR. So Gibbs and Bijan, 90% of their work is in the passing game. So in full PPR, they're easy ones for me. Moving on to what?
Well, 1 second. And if Stroud starts throwing it all over the yard like he can do, Henry can get phased out quickly. Those other guys are game script agnostic, so you're okay.
If Stroud plays, I will prefer Gibbs and Bijan for sure.
Wide receivers, 10th best matchup for the Texans, 18th best matchup for the Titans. This one scares me. Nico and Hopkins, I think I still have as mid to low end wide receiver 2s, but it's scary as all shit. The bust potential is really here, and the ceiling is not that high. What do you guys think?
Yeah, like I really, as good as we like these Houston options before, it's terrifying. And like we don't know if we gotten word if Nico's fully healthy. Like, is that where he's at? Because he's still dealing with the injury, and like Noah Brown right now is my highest ranked guy of them, just because I don't know with him. But D Hop, he's my wide receiver 14. Outside of that, it's really questionable. So it's just like you could go Brown if you wanted to, but with a backup quarterback and a guy who's not great at running targets, it just worries me. And then it trickles down where I don't really want to start anybody else.
Yep, agree. I like Brown if Stroud is in. If not, I'll pass. So it's really Hopkins and nobody else here. You can't ever play Treylon Burks. Like, I don't know what you'll be able to try and get from him from a dynasty perspective in the offseason, but if you can move him just for peanuts, just do it. Maybe like a late 3rd round pick for someone who wants to try to like bolster their squad. Just get him off your team. You've had him on your bench all year, probably. Hopefully.
Tight ends, good matchup for Chigo Okonkwo, 5th best. He is a streaming option. Like I said, he's one of those ones where I ran out of healthy tight ends. I don't mind streaming him. He's a borderline top 12. Worst matchup for whoever starts for the Texans, Schultz. I'm drawing a blank. What's the name here, Jeremy? I know you know.
Brevin
Jordan. Thank you. Either way, I'm not starting him. Kickers.
Tegan, whatever his name is.
Tegan Quatoriano.
The other guy. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
6th
I got Salbert at tight end 64.
6th and 7th best matchup here for the kickers. I'm not playing either. I have it listed as Matt Amendola, but he was cut earlier this week. I don't even know if they've brought someone in to replace him. But whoever it is at Nick Folk,
Fairbairn's back.
Is he? Weird. What? Okay.
What?
I guess he is.
Fairbairn is back.
Oh, is he? Okay, that's why they cut him.
Yep.
Fairbairn is interesting. I wasn't sure. I thought you said Aaron was back. I'm like, was I frozen? Okay. Fairbairn. Okay, that means he is worthwhile streaming then. I don't know if I ranked him. I did not know that. So he might be a decent streamer. It's risky. Oh, I didn't have that. I have as 18th. DSTs. 12th best matchup for the Texans. 4th worst matchup for the Titans. I'm comfortable starting either of these as streamers if CJ Stroud is out. I have it ranked as CJ Stroud out, and I currently have the Texans at 13, the Titans at 21, but the Titans will move up. Oh, no, I must not have Stroud. I have Stroud as questionable. So the Titans are 21 right now. They will move up probably borderline top 12, maybe 14 if he doesn't play, which I expect him to not play. What are your thoughts here?
Exactly that. I'm right there with you, all of those. Yeah.
Same. We got a question in the chat.
Yeah.
Start 2. Diggs, Jefferson, Adams, Hollywood. I'm ignoring Hollywood. Diggs is a must start. And then who do you guys like between Jefferson and Adams?
Jefferson.
I don't know. Let me look. I think I go Adams over Jefferson, but I couldn't fault you either way. We agree Diggs is the must start and Hollywood's the must sit.
Yeah. There's no way in hell I'm playing Hollywood over Adams or Jefferson.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Okay.
Especially he's dealing with an
can't
injury on
start
top of
Hollywood
it.
with these guys.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. No, thank you.
But I don't know that Diggs is a must start. I don't hate Jefferson and Adams. If you want to take a swing, but I will go Diggs over Adams. It's just that offense is really struggling, and they got Dallas, right? So it's possible that he gets shut down for the second week in a row. It's tricky out there, but I do go Diggs Jefferson.
So we have 2 with Diggs and Jefferson, and I go Diggs and Adams. So start Diggs and then play whoever you prefer over Jefferson and Adams. Where were we? Oh, we had to get to the next game, right?